So K-Pop Demon Hunters is going viral right now, and I think it's for a good reason. While there's been no shortage of quality animation here lately, it feels like it's been a minute since I've seen an animated musical where I actually messed with the songs, the characters, and the drama through and through. The editing gave the film a kinetic pace, the action is decent, and the humor, while often girly or childish, still got me every 3 duds or so. But what really got my attention was the story's commentary on music, fanaticism, and shame. I'm also glad that the stakes of this movie didn't hinge on just the end of the world or the group no longer charting at #1, God forbid. Instead, the climax is when the 2 leads heal from their shame by accepting themselves as human beings, rather than just being an idol or a demon. And the film carries this theme into the role of music and its superstars, presenting them as both a toxic and empowering force depending on how the art is presented. To speak in the movie's language, music gives people courage to fight their demons. Seems legit, but worshiping musicians also gives way to parasocial obsession, which can feed into one's isolation and inferiority. Now, media of any kind can trap people into unhealthy cycles of escapism, but it can also break those cycles if the art is rooted in honesty and vulnerability. It's good when the message becomes, we're fighting demons together, not because I'm your idol, but because I'm human like you. The artist should not be considered a pedestal, but a bridge. People who inspire you to connect, not people to lose yourself in. Music, at its best, gives people the courage to face their demons because it reminds them they're not alone. This is why I think a lot of stars end up being notoriously sleazy, hedonistic, or arrogant. Because we like to believe if we can love these qualities in a celebrity, someone will love these qualities in ourselves. As someone who lives close to the music industry and has spent their entire life growing up in the traditional and dogmatic South, obviously these sentiments mean a lot to me. But it better represents the perspective of K-pop stars themselves. Specifically the anxiety of hiding every quirk or imperfection while scrutinized by a giant corporate microscope telling you that you're either a star or you're no one. Better still is how the movie shows how this scrutiny begins with your parents, laid out plain as day in the conversation between the mother and daughter. Why couldn't you love me? I did love you. All of me. This leads to my other point, which is how the movie depicts the impact of shame, or more specifically, judgment. I noticed that the marks or tattoos that appear when one is a demon aren't acknowledged as simply marks or tattoos. They're called patterns, suggesting that these patterns aren't only symbols, they're pathologies. While people may inhibit a lot of imperfect behaviors, inevitably what shows people who you really are is what comes out of you consistently, whether you can control it or not. And these pathologies end up ruining more friendships in the long run because they're based in presenting yourself as a perfect being when, in fact, real people are not so simple. But when someone shows acceptance or understanding for your patterns, that's when you know an authentic connection is there. However, for those who can't find this acceptance, the judgment against these patterns will reinforce the idea that they are somehow less than normal. They're a demon, a bad guy, a criminal. The societal rejection for such individuals will only contribute to a growing tension with the world that culminates in an attitude as stated in the film. If this is the whole moon I'm supposed to protect, then I'm glad to see it destroyed. The idea is that judgment is bad for society because judgment erodes trust. And without trust, there is no opportunity to share our struggles with each other, to learn that we are neither idols or demons. We're just people. Such is the conflict between humans, idols, and demons in the film. And in the end, the heroes stand to uphold unity to fight against evil, rather than unity to uphold traditions that throw people into cycles of prejudice or shame. Now, I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm just saying these values to me seem pretty solid and would definitely help children open their minds to spot dangerous or unfair systems that prey on dehumanized people for times that they just needed some help. So hopefully, if you're a parent who's just trying to look stuff up about it, I hope this video gave you a more informed look at what this movie provides other than flashy action, hot boys, and loud music. And by the way, in the week I was making this video, I had stopped by the Parthenon in Nashville to find a group of teens dancing in sync to songs from this movie for TikTok. And like, whether you're sick of social media or K-pop in general, I think it's awesome to see how much a film can still resonate with people, even among all the dreary economic and political crap weighing on us from day to day. Sure, maybe it was just for the clicks, but I hope this video proves that the movie stands for something much more than vapid consumerism. This is Colton Basinger. Thanks for watching.